Asna Jabo, Asna Jabo, Asna Lule. Asna Jabo, Asna Jabo, Asna
Taste the biscuit, taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce, taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me, I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
We couldn't have started the stream without song right there. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another transfer video, ladies and gentlemen. Another Liverpool Football Club, my club transfer video. We're here to talk about LFC and LFC strictly. Big up to everyone locked in. Big up to everyone who's watching us right now. We have a lot of topics to discuss. We got so much conversation to start. We have so many players to unpack, lads. Yes, lads. Kevin De Bruyne. Let's go, man. Let's go. And today is just me. It's just me, the big star. Don't just joking, guys. I am a humble young man from the streets of Jordan. It's just me here to talk about Liverpool Football Club, my club. We're here to discuss all the transfer news. There's so much in the media world right now. There are so many different topics for us to unpack, so many different topics for us to talk about. There is so much on the plate for today. So, big up to everyone locked in. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Everyone, please hit the like button. Everyone, please subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. Please, everyone, like and subscribe. Like Red Lion of Teranga's yoga future depends on it. Everyone, like and subscribe. Like Ed's plants depend on it. Everyone, like and subscribe. Like the biscuit depends on it. So make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Big up everyone who just joined us from Footy Judge Mo as well. Big up to everyone as you're walking in. Just like and subscribe. And let's just get this party started. So, in the news, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin De Bruyne is linked to Liverpool Football Club. You know, there is genuine interest there alongside Napoli. We're going to be talking about Julian Alvarez. When we're talking about, you know, breaking news, Hussam only told you this a year ago, just a whole year ago, just a whole 365 days ago. We're going to be talking about Murillo of Nottingham Forest joining the infamous Red Men at Liverpool. We are going to be talking about all the right back options now that Trent is gone. And finally, guys, hey Toka, where are you? Finally, Alhamdulillah, we are free. Darwin Nunez is leading this summer. Darwin Nunez is leaving this summer. Are you guys excited? Because I'm excited for this show. So, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Ali, you're this close to getting banned. You're this close. This close to getting banned. Be careful, huh? Be careful. Anyway, so we're talking about the Don clip. What Don clip? Is there a clip I'm unaware of? Is there a clip I'm unaware of? What clip? What clip?
Are they really blocking it? That's crazy. There's no way.
I don't think Yamal should move to any Premier League club. What?
Well,
No, Liverpool are going to have a right wing slot opening up in 2 seasons.
Oh yeah, so you can turn him into
I
a
think he
robot.
suits Chelsea to the T. Imagine Lamine Yamal.
Liverpool, not Slot robot.
Who needs Yamal? We got Estevao. These Chelsea fans need help. Anyway, so look, when it comes to Kevin De Bruyne, look, guys. Unfortunately, Callum from Kopish went live on stream yesterday and said that Kevin De Bruyne might be joining Liverpool, so that dream is over right there. But this is a conversation that we have opened up over this last 2 weeks. I remember speaking to Jamie about this. I remember speaking to multiple different guys about this whole Kevin De Bruyne thing. I'll be honest with you. We all acknowledge that Kevin De Bruyne is down physically. We all acknowledge that he's no longer the same player he was 3-4 years ago. We all acknowledge that on a physicality level, he's not there. We know he cannot run for an hour. But if I could bring on Kevin De Bruyne every 30 minutes at the end of the game, I'm happy. I'll take that. Big up Asim. I'll take that. I'll take that. I think Kevin De Bruyne joining Liverpool will be absolutely unbelievable. I think that will be an unbelievable transfer. And the thing is with Kevin De Bruyne is, look, Cal, like Kevin De Bruyne, sorry, not Cal. Cal is definitely not a difference maker. He's a negative difference maker. I think Kevin De Bruyne is absolutely incredible. I think he's an absolutely incredible player. I think his goal-scoring ability from midfield, his creative ability from midfield, we can't just ignore it. And it will definitely be worth it, Yuri, because walk with me here. Away at Newcastle, you're drawing 2-2. Last 20 minutes, you bring on Kevin De Bruyne. Is that 250 grand a week worth Kevin De Bruyne 30 minutes changing you the game? Think about this. Think about this objectively, by the way. I'm not making shit up. I'm not making up false scenarios. I'm being completely objective. The game against Fulham, when it was 2-2, it was tied. It was a deadlock. 15 minutes to go. You bring on Kevin De Bruyne, you win that game. And that's the thing that I'm talking about. Look, people talk about his wages and people talk about his physicality and stuff like this. And you guys know on the solo shows, I'm very interactive. I like to interact with my chat. Just put one in the chat if you would take Kevin De Bruyne literally for the last 20 minutes of games. By the way, prime example. Thank you, SR. You actually make a good point for once. PSG game. PSG game. If we brought on Kevin De Bruyne on the 60th minute, we could have won that game. Put one in the chat if you think we would have beaten PSG had we had Kevin De Bruyne for 30 minutes at the end of the PSG game. Just 30 minutes. That's it. Literally just 30 minutes at the end of the PSG game. Do you think we would have beaten them? I think there is a chance we would have beaten them. It's not like 100% guarantee we would have won, but there is a chance we would have beaten them. And this is why this Kevin De Bruyne thing brings a different element to Liverpool Football Club. Brings a different element to the football club. I think difference makers that can take the game by the scruff of the neck are very important to have at Liverpool Football Club. And you know, I want to say something, and I don't know if you guys feel the same way. Watching the Champions League yesterday and the day before has actually been so like disappointing, because we know deep down we're better than all those clubs. We would have beaten Barcelona, we would have beaten Inter Milan, we would have beaten Arsenal. PSG, obviously, I can't say we would have beaten, but the other three clubs we would have beaten. That's just the truth. If we ended up on the Barcelona side of things, we literally would have beaten Benfica, we would have beaten Dortmund, and we would have beaten Inter Milan. We would be in a Champions League final right now, which is why I do think that this transfer window is the most important transfer window of our life. Very important. Arne Slot has earned the respect and has earned the right to be backed as Liverpool manager. If Jamie Carragher, who is an FSG shill and an FSG ambassador, is coming out and saying we need to sign 6 players, then I have every right to say the same thing. I think we need to sign 5 players minimum. Minimum 5 players. I think that's like worst case scenario, sign 5 players. I think it's very important for us to acknowledge that fact. I think us signing players is going to be massive for Liverpool Football Club. I think it's going to be absolutely massive because we need players that can make a difference. We need players that can make a difference towards our future. We need players who can help improve us. Because here's the thing, and I'm going to be completely objective here. Everyone here knows I'm a massive fan of Salah. I absolutely love Salah. I think Salah is an incredible player. But let's all be objective. He's not going to be on 28 and 18 next season. He's not. He might be on 22 and 15, 22 and 13, whatever it is. So we need someone who can take that pressure off of him. And Kevin De Bruyne, even if he could do it for a period of 7 to 8 games, would be an absolutely unbelievable addition. Like the games that we struggled in this season, even the game at home to Man United. You guys remember the game at home to Man United where the game ended 2-2 draw? Bro, you bring on KDB towards the end there. He outdoes Casemiro and these guys. You know, he just gives you a shot from far. He gives you a moment. That's why I think signing Kevin De Bruyne would be an absolutely elite idea. Absolutely elite idea to bring on Kevin De Bruyne. However, I will be honest with you, and this is where I'm going to be completely honest. Look, Di Marzio is not a reliable source. Di Marzio is not a reliable source of information. Keep this in mind. Di Marzio is not a reliable source. Di Marzio is a little bit fugazi or fugazi or whatever the new generation call it, because now I'm an uncle now. Fucking hell, 12 days I'm going to be 30. Fuck my life. Anyway, Di Marzio is not a reliable source of information. He simply is not a reliable source of information. So if I were to guess it, and if I were to give you my honest opinion, I think Kevin De Bruyne will not be joining Liverpool Football Club because he is a Manchester City legend. So it would feel wrong for him to wear the Liverpool colors. It would feel wrong for us to not be interested. We should be interested, but I think he's going to end up going to Napoli or one of them Italian clubs. You know, Serie A is now the retirement league, something like that. You know, like I'd love for the thought of Kevin De Bruyne joining Liverpool, but I think the chances of it are quite slim. You know, maybe 10 to 20% max. So I think there is a chance of it happening, but it's very slim. Let's talk about 99% chance. But before we do that, big up to my guy Samir Sheikh who sends in a super chat. Big up to you. Thank you for supporting the channel. First super chat of the stream. Callum yesterday said about KDB, Isak, and Alvarez today. Ian Doyle said it's not happening. KDB. Yeah, listen, I'm so glad that Tom Little called. I'm so glad that Tom Little yesterday called Callum Sanderson on the stream, because everyone's had enough of Callum's bullshit and just him doing transfer news. Have you guys not had enough? Because I've had enough personally. Big up to you, Samir. Thank you so much for the super chat. Guys, we've got 600 people in here. We can't even not be on 200 likes, guys. What is this? Guys, like the video. Come on. This is a very interactive stream. This is just me and you guys talking. So, guys, speaking of slim chances, are you guys ready? You guys ready? Fantastic news loading.
Rap ruler, you can ask Buddha. Right jab like Sam Judah. Every member of my team is a shooter. Fight like a room, no room for him to.
The torture, the punishment, the pain is finally over. Darwin Nunez is leaving Liverpool Football Club this summer. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. I'm so glad that Darwin Nunez is going to be gone. I will celebrate that shit in Enz's face. I'm going to be celebrating that shit in Drifty's face. I'm going to be celebrating it in everyone's face. But first, before I celebrate it, I have to beg. Diego Simeone. Por favor. Por favor, amigo. Por favor, amigo. Por favor. Diego Simeone, I love you. I love you so much. I love the Argentinian people. I love the Argentinian nations. Please accept Darwin Nunez and some money for Julian Alvarez, please. Please. Please, Diego. Diego, I've had enough. This is my plea to Diego Simeone. This is my plea to Diego Simeone. I'm begging you. You have saved hoes before. You have taken Alvaro Morata. Please. It's time for you to save another hoe. This is it. Habibi Diego, I love you. I love you so much. I love you as a manager. I love you as an Atletico guy. I think Darwin Nunez could become an Atletico legend. I think he could become an Atletico. I think, just listen to Tom Little. I think he will score plenty of goals. And Simeone, you must back your ability. I think you can unlock Darwin Nunez. And think about it this way. Darwin Nunez already has scored a goal against Real Madrid, Diego. He's already scored a goal against Real Madrid. He's already scored a goal against Real Madrid, Diego. Your biggest enemies, your biggest ops. Your biggest ops. He scored a goal against them. I think we are going to help you win La Liga next season. Diego, Darwin Nunez, and 50 million. Bring me Julian Alvarez. This is Richard Hughes in the summer. I'm going to be begging Diego Simeone. I'm going to call Diego Simeone, get down on two knees and just beg him. Just beg him. Please, Diego. Please, please, please. Please save me, please. And the thing about the donkey is he actually suits Atletico. The guy runs in behind, and he runs around like a clueless donkey. He's a donkey. I think he's the pound for pound the worst transfer in Liverpool history. Some might come out and say stuff like Konchesky. Some might come out and say stuff like Voronin, Aquilani. I'm sorry, 64 million pounds of the king's finest being paid for this donkey, at the time queen's finest. You get me? Big up. For this clown is by far the worst transfer ever. So I think the moment he leaves, everyone's going to stop acting. Everyone's going to stop pretending. I think Julian Alvarez needs a fresh start. Julian Alvarez has been punished from a football perspective. Julian Alvarez has played for Diego Simeone terrorist ball, and Julian Alvarez has played for Manchester City no freedom ball. Now he comes to Arne Slot, he comes to Liverpool, he leads the line. He'd be unbelievable. He'd be absolutely unbelievable. Let me show you how much people have had enough of Darwin Nunez. Julian Alvarez's release clause is around 120 million British pounds. Would you guys be willing to give them Darwin Nunez for free and 120 million pounds? Put one in the chat if you're willing to do that. If you're willing to call Atletico Madrid, give them Darwin Nunez for free and 120 million. Put one in the chat if you're willing to do that now. I'm not even lying. Just put one. I'd love to. I would actually pay to have Darwin Nunez leave this football club. I would pay money. Like anyone who wants to buy Darwin Nunez, I would give you money. I would actually give you money. Like, you want to buy Darwin? I'll send you Darwin and money. Take him. Get rid. This is the worst player I have seen in my life. There is no difference between Nunez and Beto, by the way. Think of the Nunez cameo against PSG. Okay? Think of that Nunez cameo. Now, imagine Liverpool signed Beto. Imagine we brought on Beto instead of Nunez in that PSG game. Put one in the chat if you think it would make no difference. That cameo against PSG. Put one in the chat if you think bringing on Beto is the same thing as bringing on Nunez. I'm being serious. I'm not even exaggerating. Would it have made a difference if we brought on Beto? Beto from Everton. What's the difference? Beto would have run around as well. The people in the audience, people in the stadium, what would they have said? Beto, same thing. It's the same exact thing. Literal same exact thing. I think we have experienced human torture watching Darwin Nunez at this football club. Drifty ends selection. Anyone who rates Darwin Nunez, now you can stop acting. Because you all deserve Oscars. You all deserve an Oscar for acting like he's a good signing. You cannot stop acting now. Everyone, just stop acting. You can be honest now. Huh? You can stop lying. You can be honest. One of the worst signings in Liverpool history. One of the worst signings ever. 64 million pounds worth of horse shit. If I go to the stables in Jordan and I collect horse shit after the horses and I fill up trucks of horse shit, it's the same exact thing as Darwin Nunez. Same exact thing. Which is why, you want to know who saves a hoe? Diego Simeone. Let's go. Can you imagine Darwin Nunez attempting that Alvarez goal against Real Madrid? Can you guys imagine? You guys remember Julian Alvarez's goal against Real Madrid in the Champions League quarterfinals? Round of 16, sorry. You guys remember that? Imagine Darwin Nunez attempting that. There will be some poor young kid in the crowd whose teeth will fall off. Remember that? There you are. There you are. And there's a reason why, guys, sometimes I don't reply to all comments because some comments are not worth my time. Selection said 5 minutes ago, Nunez is better than Alvarez. Honestly, my eyeballs almost fell off. So I just ignored it. Just move on with my day. Because not every opinion needs discussing. Some opinions are so ludicrous and so horrible that you just have to ignore. I don't think Darwin Nunez could lace Alvarez's boots. I would rather take amputated Alvarez than Darwin Nunez. I'd rather take Alvarez hopping on one foot like this on the pitch than Darwin Nunez. I think he's the worst signing we've ever made. Everyone can stop acting and pretending now. And when it comes to the striker position, I'm also done acting and pretending. I'm going to tell everyone in the chat right now. Look, this whole striker... By the way, I bet you selection rates Sesko as well. Watch. This whole striker position, I think it's no longer a joke. I think it's reality. I think it's very important for us to discuss. Richard Hughes has been at best underwhelming at his job. Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards have both been underwhelming at their jobs. I'm not going to say any wild shit. I'm not going to say Hughes out. I'm not going to say Edwards out, but they've both been underwhelming at their jobs. You all have one job this summer. Get a striker is the most significant thing in the transfer window. And on top of that, you have to get the correct striker. You can't just go get any Tom, Dick, and Harry. You can't just go get random people. You have to get the correct striker for the system, for the style, for what Slot is trying to execute. Which is exactly why Julian Alvarez is the perfect one. Arne Slot has explained publicly what he wants from a striker. What did Arne Slot say he wants from a striker? He wants someone who is clinical. However, he wants someone who can link up play, someone who can keep the ball, someone who could get his wingers involved. Perfect example of Julian Alvarez. I don't know who was the striker at Feyenoord. Was it Santiago Jimenez? I swear, who's also a good footballer. He ain't even that bad. So this is what I think. This is how I think the order of things happens this summer. I think we call Newcastle. We ask about Isak. We message about Isak. We try our best to sign Isak. Now, here's the thing that we must genuinely keep in mind. If Newcastle Football Club does not want to sell Isak, and Isak does not want to leave Newcastle, we can't just sit on our asses. We can't. We can't just sit there like, oh yeah, Isak said he doesn't want to join, so let me just sit back and watch. I cannot do this. This summer is the summer of plan Bs, because a lot of plan As might not work. This is reality, chat. A lot of plan As might not work. Even the Alvarez thing, I've been telling you guys about Alvarez for a while. Even the Alvarez thing is very difficult. It's not easy. Because you've got to convince Nunez to go to Atletico. You've got to convince Simeone to take Nunez. You've got to convince Atletico on a price tag for Darwin Nunez that is acceptable. And then you've got to convince Atletico of a price tag for Julian Alvarez. So it's a collection of like convincing them of a certain price tag, of a certain thing, of a certain number. This is the reality. Plan Bs are very, 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 very important this summer. Very important. Very important, the plan Bs. That's just the truth. So for me, getting rid of Nunez is paramount. So you have to get rid of him. Whether you sell him to Saudi for 90 million or whether you use him in a direct transfer to a club, I don't know what it is. Some people were saying actually direct swap deal with Osimhen, which obviously I would be a fan of. So here's how I rank the strikers this summer. Strikers we are linked with. Tier 1, Tier 1, Isak Alvarez. Tier 2, Osimhen Gyökeres. Tier 3, Delap Ekitike. Tier F, Sesko. Sesko is by far, and I repeat this, it's a genuine possibility Liverpool signs Sesko this summer. If we sign Benjamin Sesko, I will lose my shit. We went from Darwin Nunez to Darwin Nunez with a left foot. Tier 1, Isak Alvarez. Tier 2, Osimhen Gyökeres. Tier 3, Ekitike Delap. Tier 4 is man like Sesko. And for me, look, here's the thing. You guys have seen in the press conferences how Arne Slot has praised Cunha. Arne Slot has come out publicly and praised Cunha like massively. Like he has really praised him. He has said so much positive stuff about him. But who told you? I told you guys from 3-4 months ago, I don't think Cunha will happen. The reason why I don't think Cunha will happen is we've got this like no dickhead policy, and we look at Cunha as that. You know, like Liverpool Football Club don't want to sign people who have a quote-unquote bad attitude. So Liverpool is convinced that Cunha has a bad attitude, as I told you guys. So I don't think that happens. But the profile of Cunha is, I think, more of what Slot wants. First of all, Cunha is actually quite clinical because he's only had 2 big chances missed this whole summer. Now, I think there's going to be a domino effect. I think there's going to be a domino effect this summer. Because Chelsea need a striker, United need a striker, Liverpool need a striker, and Barcelona need a striker. So you have to keep them in mind. If Harry Kane leaves, Bayern Munich need a striker. So now you've got 5 clubs who need strikers. And if Osimhen leaves Napoli, then Napoli might need a striker. So now you've got 6 clubs who actively could be looking for strikers this summer. And Arsenal as well, sorry. So that's 7 clubs who need strikers. Who are strikers available this summer? Isak, Alvarez, Gyökeres, Osimhen, Delap, Ekitike, Sesko. We cannot be, out of the pool of the 7 clubs, the one who signs Sesko. We simply can't. We cannot be the club that signs Sesko. He's so shit. He's so shit. Ekitike, I really liked him, but I'm a little bit like, I just think his numbers ain't good enough because, like, the thing with Marmoush, think about this. Marmoush went to Manchester City, right? Marmoush got 15 goals in 17 games. Ekitike has 15 goals in 30 games. And, watch this. Leipzig want 90 million euros for Sesko. Frankfurt want 100 million for Ekitike. Are you mad? 100 million for Ekitike, 90 million for Sesko. I'm not willing to pay that. I'd rather win 130. I'd rather pay 130 M's for like an Alvarez or for an Isak. I'd rather pay 80, 90 million for an Osimhen or for a Gyökeres. And this is why I will actively be supporting Tottenham Hotspur in the Europa League final. Not only because I love for Manchester United to lose, but also because I don't want to give Manchester United that spending financial power this summer by them having Champions League football. That's something I'm going to acknowledge and I'm simply going to speak of. I don't want them to be introduced to a pool of players that they might not have outside of it. Now, here's the interesting thing with Arsenal. Who are the 3 strikers Arsenal have been linked with for the last 2 years? All of you guys watch the news. All of you guys watch the content. There are 3 strikers Arsenal have been linked to like crazy for the last 3 years. Name them in the chat. Name them so we can look at the pool of the 7 players. Who are the 3 strikers Arsenal have been linked to like crazy? Like crazy. Isak, Gyökeres, and the problem, Sesko. Exactly, Javier. These 3, are the ones Arsenal have been linked with. Now, if Arsenal can't get to Gyökeres and cannot get Isak, they will go for Sesko. They will go for Sesko. So I think Arsenal signing Sesko will actually help us a lot. I think Arsenal going in for Sesko will actually help us a lot. I think that will be a fantastic thing. Because it just makes a problem that we don't want to have no longer be our problem. If you get what I'm saying. You look at Sesko, and he's honestly the worst transfer like Liverpool could make this summer. I think we must acknowledge who our best player is. Who's our best player? Salah. With Salah, you need someone who can link up play, who can keep the ball, and you need someone clinical. Why you need someone clinical? The reason why you need someone clinical is when Salah is having an off game, you need a striker to take the game by the scruff of the neck, to take the game and deliver on a plate out of nowhere. This is the thing you have to keep in mind. This is the thing that you have to keep in mind. You know, I just want to say something, and this has been a topic that's been so fucking irritating for this last 6 months. Since why is everyone making this guard of honor a thing where it's like, oh, I don't want us to do a guard of honor. But since the start of the Premier League history, we're doing a guard of honor. We did a guard of honor for Arsenal. Arsenal did a guard of honor for Manchester United. Arsenal did a guard of honor for Chelsea. Chelsea did a guard of honor for bro, who cares? Why is it when we won the league, suddenly a guard of honor is a conversation? Arsenal have to do a guard of honor this Sunday, whether they like it or not. I don't care what they think or what they say. They must do a guard of honor. They have to do it. It's not a choice thing. Like, you have to do it. It's a sign of respect. It's a tradition. All clubs follow that tradition. Arsenal players clapped for Manchester United, Robin van Persie. So they're gonna sit there and clap like the good bitches that they are. And by the way, just so everyone knows something, I said these next 3 games don't mean much, but I want us to beat Arsenal. People say these next 3 games don't mean much. I agree, but I want us to beat Arsenal. You want to know why I want us to beat Arsenal? Because this. Yap. That Hayawan Arteta is in the press conference talking about you have to be in the right moment. Liverpool won the league this season, 82 points. Shut the fuck up. We won it on 82 points because your bum-ass club couldn't keep up. That's why we won it on 82 points. Because your bum-ass club could not keep up. That's why we won it on 82 points. Because your bum-ass club had 17 draws in 35 games. That's not my fault. Also, 35 games into the season, we've had more points than you the last 2 years. So sit on the floor. Respect Liverpool Football Club, biggest club in England. You're going to clap like a bitch this Sunday, whether you like it or not. You wig-wearing fraud. Anyway, back to the topic. So I think it's very important for us to rebuild in terms of priority. And this brings me to something. Actually, before this brings me to something, let me read the super chats and then we'll get to the priorities. Big up to everyone locked in. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Guys, we're not even at 200 likes yet. It's a very interactive stream. We're having a great time. We're enjoying. We're cooking Arsenal as well. So like and subscribe. Come on, let's get the likes up. 250 likes. I'll leave the super chat till the end. Big up to 20 times LFC. Thank you so much for the super chat. First time I see your name as well, so I appreciate you. He says, I don't think we will sell Nunez. We will roll in with preseason as Slot will give limited funds, will be given limited funds to focus on other areas and only be sold if there is a substantial price offer. Jota could be sold before. I promise you 20 times LFC. I am promising you, it's a promise. Nunez is gone this summer. Nunez himself wants to leave. The club wants to sell Darwin Nunez. He's gone this summer. There is no world of which Darwin Nunez stays at Liverpool Football Club, and I mean no world. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, I'm being completely honest right now. Nunez is gone this summer. If Jota leaves or not, Nunez is gone. Everyone can celebrate. Everyone can rejoice. All the people who supported Nunez, you stay over there on that lane. Stay in your own lane. Darwin Nunez is gone this summer. Finally. I promise you he's gone. I like Nunez. I'm also 7 foot and a billionaire, is what Baked is saying. Yeah, listen, everyone just should put the Nunez thing in the bag. Come on, Hussam. Can't be worse than Poulsen or Carroll. But he is worse than Poulsen and Carroll. He is. He is given the expectations. He is given the price tag. Liverpool Football Club went and dropped 64 million pounds without add-ons on Darwin Nunez. We did. We did that. We didn't drop that much money on Voronin. We didn't drop that much money on Poulsen and Andy Carroll. We didn't. And actually, Andy Carroll scored important goals for us. He scored a goal in an FA Cup semi-final. So, yeah. Told my mom Darwin's leaving and she said, yay. I feel like this is the lyrics of a song, but I don't recognize it. So you will say stuff like, you're an uncle. Fuck you. Big up to propaganda clips. Oh, that's Max. Big up. He says, if you get KDB and Alvarez, you'll retain the Prem. I agree with that. Alvarez alone, I think, gives us a massive chance of retaining the Premier League. I think us signing Julian Alvarez alone will give us a massive chance of retaining the Premier League. I think it's a transfer I am excited to see if it works or not. Top 2 center midfielders in Prem history played for LFC. Sounds good is what Voice of Reason is saying. Oh, you mean like Gerrard and KDB? Listen, man, DiMarzio is not a reliable source. Like, obviously, I reported on the news yesterday. I'd love for him to join Liverpool Football Club, but it's just, yeah. Imagine Rodrigo, Alvarez, Salah, De Bruyne front four. You know what this makes me feel like?
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. To get that honey sauce on me, I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
Big up to Red Line of Tiranga who says, not lyrics, wallahi al-azim, she said it. Your mom celebrated Nunez leaving. Wallahi, W mom. Can everyone spam W's in the chat for Red Lion's mom? Everyone spam W's in the chat for Red Lion's mom, please. Everyone, please spam W's in the chat. His mom celebrated Nunez leaving. I know my dad is going to celebrate Nunez leaving. You know, every time I tell him Nunez missed the chance, he's like, Nunez l'hmar. Even my dad calls Nunez a donkey. I love Kevin. I'll take him even when he's 40. You'll never walk alone with prices. Hey, I'd love Kevin De Bruyne. I'd love Kevin De Bruyne. Actually, it sounds like an opportunistic signing if I've seen one. You want to know the reason why I said it's 10 to 20% likely? Only reason why I said it's 10 to 20% likely is I just don't think Kevin De Bruyne himself would move to Liverpool Football Club. I think he's done way too much at Manchester City and shit for him to accept the move. It's kind of like Salah going to City. I just don't see it happening. Like, 34 years of age, he ain't gonna go there. You know, so, and that's the thing. So, yeah. And this brings us to Mito's super chat. Big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Everyone, please hit the like button. Subscribe. Big up to you, Mito. He says, your opinions on Frimpong. I honestly think he could be a good addition, rotating him with Bradley and even usable on the wing for rotation. Let me give you the truth that many journalists will not even reveal. There is no concrete target for right back. People who watched my watch along yesterday saw me as I was trying to genuinely think of right back. Genuinely trying to find about news about the right back. There is no concrete evidence of right back. I think Frimpong could be somewhat of a smoke screen. I think that Club Brugge guy, Decipher, whatever his name is, I think there is interest there. I think there is interest, Martim in Porto. I can give you names. Let me tell you names of people who are interested. We are interested in. We're interested in the Decipher guy from Club Brugge. We're interested in. We're really interested in Frimpong. We're really interested in Martim from Porto. We are interested in the Monaco right back, Wanderson. We are interested in Wesley as well, of Flamengo. Wesley of Flamengo we're interested in. Wesley of Flamengo we're interested in. So those 5 we're interested in. Ola Aina, I don't see it happening. I'll be honest with you, Harley. I don't see Ola Aina happening. I really don't. Now, the good thing with Conor Bradley is, obviously, it's not even about trusting Conor Bradley. It's the fact that we need someone else. We need someone else alongside Conor Bradley. It can't be just Conor Bradley. So even if you guys want Conor Bradley to start next season, I understand that. All I'm saying is we need someone next to him. Meaning, because also let's keep this in mind, Connor Bradley, I think in 2 years has had like 3 injuries as well. So we have to keep in mind we need like players to rotate, we need players to come in. Because here's the thing. When Kwanzaa played right back, and when what's the name of the other guy? When Kwanzaa played right back and when Curtis Jones played right back, Salah was very ineffective because it ruined his game completely. So the thing with the right back position is, I just think we have to keep this in mind. I think it's very important for you guys to understand it's way lower down the priority list than you guys can think. And the right back position is very open. It could be a name that I didn't even mention today, by the way. It's very open because the club were fighting for Trent to stay like up until a month ago. You get me? So the club were fighting for Trent to stay literally till a month ago. So this whole like right back thing is not, it's not like a certainty at this moment in time. You get what I'm saying? So I think the priority will be striker, left back. Left back is like ultra priority. That's why I mentioned the Decipher guy. And then you've got the Kirkas, you got Ait Nouri. I don't know who we signed for left back either at this moment in time. I think that one is very open-minded. I think this summer, and this is something that you guys need to look at, this summer could be the summer of release clauses. We could be triggering release clauses this summer. Just so you guys keep this in mind. Like, this could be the summer where we trigger release clauses. I know we're interested in Stiller. I know we're interested in Shirky. I know we're interested in Bayena. That's another one that maybe isn't there in the news right now, but I will tell you about it. The club likes Bayena. Here's the thing that I want to explain to you right now. Currently, as things stand, Liverpool Football Club are in a position where we like. We haven't went on dates yet. We haven't given anyone a ring. We just like. So that's why when it comes to striker, I've given you 5 names because we like them. Who we get from the 5, I don't know for a certainty. There's the reason why when I was breaking down the Alvarez thing, I gave you guys the reasons. Bro, you've got to convince Simeone to take Nunez. You've got to convince Nunez to go to Atletico. You've got to convince Alvarez to join Liverpool. I think he's pretty convinced, to be fair. I think he would like to join Liverpool Football Club. So there's many things. I think Isak, though, is the top priority for striker. Like, absolute top priority for striker is Isak. That's like number 1 top priority. Like top number 1 priority is Isak. Which is why we really need Newcastle to lose this Sunday and hopefully miss out on top 4, because I think it's very important for us to try our best for Isak. And here's the thing where I will call out Richard Hughes. If Isak says he does not want to join Liverpool Football Club, and if Newcastle do not want to sell Isak, we cannot sit. We cannot go like, oh yeah, Isak doesn't want to join us and just move on with our day. We cannot do this. We have to look at plan Bs. We have to look at plan Bs. Keep this in mind. And I hope and I pray to Allah that our plan B is not Sesko, because that's going to be the worst thing, the worst day ever. Selling Nunez, signing Sesko, a'udhu billah. Nunez to Slovenian Nunez with left foot. That's it. Like, so we're in a position where there's many people we like. You know, we like this guy, we like that guy, we like. The five strikers: Isak, Alvarez, Osimhen, Sesko, and Gyökeres. Those are the 5. I think the Ekitike interest slowed down a little bit because of his price tag. So the club are like 100 million for Ekitike. Nah, I'm good. So that interest slowed down a little bit. So I think it's very important to keep in mind, like, one of those 5, I think, ends up at Liverpool Football Club, and I'm praying to God that's not Sesko, because literally 4 out of the 5 I take Isak, I take Alvarez, I take Osimhen, and I take Gyökeres. I would not take Sesko under any circumstances. So yeah, that's the thing for me. And for left back, look, I gave you the barbecue analogy. If I've got £100 budget for a barbecue, I personally would pay £80 on prime rib, and then I would split fiver on charcoal, fiver on sauce, fiver on blah blah blah, because the other stuff does not negate the quality of the beef. It does not negate the quality of the actual barbecue you're gonna have. And that's why the barbecue analogy was an important one. And let me tell you something, this is not true, Noor. This is not true. Karkaz is not done. Karkaz is not done, Noor. It might be not Karkaz, by the way. Keep this in mind. It might be not Karkaz. We might be cheap, bit more cheaper side on the left back because we're going to spend big on the striker. And if we don't spend big on the striker, watch out for Baleba. This club loves Baleba as well. Keep that in mind. So Karkaz is not done yet. Karkaz is not done yet. But I do think that we will get a left back. Here's what Liverpool need. Here's what we need this summer. Striker, left back, center back, right back, midfielder. And if Diaz leaves, left winger. Now, I've already told you guys, whether you like it or not, we like Nico Williams. It's not about who I like, it's about who the club likes. The club likes Nico Williams. It could be as well, there's a reason why I mentioned Bayena. It could be Bayena, like playing down that side. Adam Wharton, interest is real. It's just a bunch of interest right now, man. It's just a bunch of interest right now. Like, we kind of look at Wharton as like this English Zubimendi, if you would like. And now his hype has died down a little bit. His price tag will be a little bit lower than, a little bit lower than last year and stuff like this. So I think Wharton interest is real, chat. So keep that in mind. But this is the summer of exploring. This is the summer of plan Bs. This is the summer of, signing players that you might not expect. And there's a reason why Noor, when I don't know if it's a he or a she, because it's a unisex name, when I'm gonna just say he, when he said, us signing Karkaz is done, I told you, no, it's not done. I promise you Karkaz is not done. The club could sign Ait Nouri. I promise you right now, that's real. Ait Nouri, I told you guys 100 times, Ait Nouri is a Salah recommendation. Salah literal recommendation for the football club is us signing Ait Nouri. I think Ait Nouri is a fantastic left back. People are acting like Karkaz is done. Karkaz ain't done. Karkaz ain't done. Told you who? Who told you Karkaz is done? Karkaz ain't done. Karkaz could end up at Man United, by the way. This whole Karkaz is done. Like, it's just this is actually not true. This is actually not true. It depends what happens with Ben Doak as well. It depends like who we sell to Bournemouth as well. So there's a lot of shit like we've got to get sorted, to be honest with you. We've got to get sorted. We've got to fight with Chelsea for Huijsen again. I think Huijsen probably was looking at having a starting role. It depends what happens with Konate this summer. So there's so much shit happening. I think Richard Hughes is going to be so busy this summer. So busy. We've got to renew. We have to renew Ibrahima Konate. Ibrahima Konate contract this summer is a very important contract to renew. Very important contract to renew, Ibrahima Konate. Very important contract to renew, Konate. Very important. And if we do not renew contract of Konate, funnily enough, and this might be funny, but it's true, watch out for this scenario. I don't want it to happen, but keep this in mind. We could sell Konate this summer and then sign Huijsen as a starter at Liverpool Football Club. Heard what I just said? I'm going to repeat it again. We could sell Konate this summer and sign Huijsen as striker, as starter, sorry. I hope that does not happen. I hope that does not happen. I hope that does not happen. I dread the fact that Konate could leave Liverpool Football Club, but it's something that is just very sad. It's just very sad. I hope he renews his contract, man. I love Ibrahima Konate. I absolutely love Ibrahima Konate, man. I just hope he renews his contract. Because we really need Konate. We really need Konate, man. We really need Konate. So I hope he renews his contract. I hope he stays at Liverpool Football Club. I think he is the centre back for the future. I think he's the centre back that helps us, man. Like, the fact that Konate was fit for 10 games in a row this season is unbelievable because, like, the guy has had massive, like, like issues at center back. Does us signing Højsund 100% mean that we keep Konate? No. Like, Højsund coming is not related to Konate leaving. However, the one challenge is Højsund does want to start for the Spanish national team. He does. Now, here's the situation. I think one of his father or his agent is trying to convince him to move to Chelsea, because Chelsea is more of a guaranteed starting role. And I think that's the thing, like, you know, but Højsund himself is probably interested in joining Liverpool a bit more. The problem is agents, you know, make you make wrong decisions. Why are you calling me? Why the fuck are you calling me, you bum? Why is Ryan calling me mid-show? Why the fuck are you calling me? So, I think his agent is giving him bad advice or some shit like that. So, yeah, the stuff is not... stuff is going to be difficult for Højsund. But he could join us still. He could join us still. The truth of the matter is, look, at this moment in time, nothing is a guarantee. And Kerkez himself is not a guarantee. Heard that, Noor? Because the barbecue, most important part is the steak, the lamb. We're going to pay a lot of money for the lamb. We're going to pay a lot of money for the lamb, which is the striker. And then after that, we have to spend a bit less here, a bit less here, so I can collect the differences here and go sign like a different position. Thing is, like, some signings are quite interesting because they are opportunistic and they make sense, like Baena, like Sherky. Those two are both very interesting signings. Would it shock me if Liverpool signed Baena and start him left wing? No, it would not shock me. Baena can play down the middle. He could play, you know, left wing. He could play like false nine almost. So he's a very good player, but it would not shock me if we signed Baena. It really would not shock me at all. It would not shock me if we signed Sherky, but maybe the interest in him is not as strong, you know? So that's the thing we've got to keep in mind, man. That's the thing we've just got to keep in mind. Like, it's just this whole thing is just a little bit confusing, if you would like. Me personally, I don't mind running Gakpo and Diaz another season if we sign 2 new strikers. So, like, if Gakpo can get his 12 and Diaz can get his 12, but I go sign, like, Isak, whatever, Isak and Delap or blah, 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 I don't mind. You know, I think that's a smart summer style, if you would like. But we need someone who's a starting role striker. You know, we need someone who just bangs in goals, bangs in goals, bangs in goals, bangs in goals. That's the thing. You know, which is why Alvarez and Isak has been spoken about. So, yeah, that's the truth. And actually, I also think here's 2 wingers that I think this is job safety, right? Job safety. Number 1, Salah. Number 2, Gakpo. Job safety. Number 3, Jota, because we might not find clubs that are willing to pay money for Jota. Keep this in mind. Number 4, Chiesa. Number 5, Diaz. Number 6, Nunez. Here's why I say Diaz. I don't think the club want to sell Diaz. I think Diaz might ask to leave. There is a difference, chat. There is a difference, chat. Diaz might ask to leave Liverpool Football Club. This is something that I want you guys to understand. I'm not saying that I want to sell Diaz. I'm saying he might ask to leave. Huh? Understand the difference. Understand the difference. Diaz might simply ask to leave this summer. This is not me saying I want him to leave. You get me? So keep this in your mind. Keep this in perspective. The guy might simply just say, I want to leave, bro. That's the thing. So if Diaz wants to leave this season, it's a completely different debate. It's a completely different conversation, because now we've got to start looking at left wingers. And the club like Nico Williams for some reason. I don't know why, you know, but it is what it is. We could sign Baena to play left wing. I wouldn't mind Baena playing left wing, but yeah, the club like Nico Williams too. So that's the thing. There's that guy at Lyon as well. I forgot his name. There is that young kid left winger at Lyon as well that the club like. I forgot his name. Malik Fofana, is it? I think Malik Fofana, is it? I swear. Chat is the name of the left winger at Lyon, Malik Fofana. It is, right? Yeah, Fofana. Yeah, Fofana. I think the club like him. So I think this is going to be a very interesting summer. I think this is going to be a very interesting summer. Very interesting summer. I think this summer could be like very massive for Liverpool Football Club. And I think the outs are going to be very interesting too. I think it's going to be very interesting who we sell. So, yeah. Big up to Ed who says, every time you mention plan B, I think of birth control, lol. Can we say our other options? Yeah, but plan B means another option, Ed. You're so dramatic. That's why you have to garden. Guys, by the way, we're 20 likes away from 300 likes. Everyone, please hit the like button. 20 likes. That's it. Just hit the like button. It's for free. You're so dramatic, Ed. You're so dramatic. Oh, I think of birth control. Why you think of birth control? Why? What for you think of birth control? Plan B means that if plan A doesn't work, I go for plan B. How are you referring to plan B as birth control, you drama queen? Fraud. Big up to Reed who says, but we need 2 centre-back signings, still need depth. Maybe I'm with you. I'm just telling you how the club operates. The thing with Konate is one of them ones where it's like, I hope he renews his contract. I think he will renew his contract. Can I guarantee that he renews his contract? No. And the club, if Konate does not renew his contract, might sell. So this is the thing. Might sell. I hope he stays. And I want him to stay. And I actually predict that he stays. That's the thing. But will he stay?
Martin Odegaard, take a
Bro, Arsenal have been mocked for the last 24 hours like crazy. Martin Odegaard, Arsenal have been cooked like crazy for the last 24 hours. We're definitely not bringing back Bobby. Chill out. So for me, Konate has to stay. Guys, read this comment.
In the chat trying to catch a night. Super chats dropping contradiction king. 1 minute go Reds, next Arsenal's a thing. Talks loud, got no real plan. Thinking he's slick with a riz that don't land. 2 girls on screen and man flawless chin on cam. Ryan saw a shot and went bam. Those 2 girls looking 16 out of 10. That's what he said, and silence hit again. No laughs, no love, just digital frost. Even the mic went dead like that boy just flopped. Ryan the Rizzer, dead on arrival, dropped 16-10, now facing survival.
By the way, can I just say, the 2 girls below us are looking 16 out of 10s today, both of them.
Guy just said Alvarez isn't that great. Sesko's potential is off the charts. Guys, Sesko has 13 goals in 30 Bundesliga appearances. Bundesliga. You know, I deeped something. I think if Salah goes to the Bundesliga even at his age, I think he will score 40 goals in that league. Like this. I'm not even exaggerating, by the way. I'm genuinely not even exaggerating. I really think Salah would score 40 goals in the Bundesliga. I wish I'm exaggerating. I'm not. I'm really not. I think he would literally score like 40 goals in that league. Dead ass. Not even joking. I really believe he would score like 40 goals in that league. Like, imagine the hat tricks he would score against like Bochum and, you know, like all the shit clubs over there. You know, like, I'm just saying, you know, like Salah versus Stuttgart and Schalke, bro. Hamburg. Bro, he would destroy them. Like, that's the thing. So, yeah, 100%, Ed. 100%. That's just Arsenal behavior. So, for me, that's the summary of the window so far. Watch out for Konate's transfer drama. Watch out for Konate's transfer drama. Another one I want you guys to watch out for, and you see this is linked back to us looking at players. Guys, when Dave Cup put out that article, he's not lying. We are looking at Murillo. But guess what? We're looking at Murillo, and we're looking at Hoyson, and we're looking at Guehi, and we're looking at this guy, and we're looking at that guy. Liverpool right now is just looking everywhere. Kind of like me for a wife, just looking. You know, I haven't settled down yet. I haven't chose anyone yet, but I'm just looking. You know, it could be her, it could be her, it could be her. I do not know. Plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. You know, I don't know which one. I don't know which one yet. You get me? So you're just looking. So that's the thing with the center back situation. It's the same thing. Same thing with the forward line situation. I think left back is a bit more like, I think it's between 3 or 4. This is the 4 left backs that this is between. Ait Nouri, Kerkez, Decipher from Club Brugge, and the 4th one is Hato to play left back. Keep this in mind as well. So, yeah, I just think we're looking around right now, to be honest with you. So, listen, man, I think it's very important for us to change the way that we behave this summer. I think we have to be very ruthless this summer. I think we have to be very strong this summer, and I think we've got to sign players that we've got to sign. So, I think it's important for us to just have a complete rebuild for once. That's what I'll say. So, yeah, I think we have to just be logical. We have to be logical, to be honest with you, and we have to be strong, and we have to be very aggressive in this transfer window. Very aggressive. Very aggressive in this transfer window. Shall we end it on something Arsenal related? Let's get to 300 likes, chat. Let's get 300 likes, guys. We're 10 likes away. Let me end it on something Arsenal related, guys, so we can all have a laugh. We're 5 likes away. Let's just get to 300 likes. It's a free button. Big up to all the super chatters.
0 trophies, blood. You understand? 8th, 5th, 2nd. And who knows where we finish this year, blood? You get me? Who knows where we finish this year, blood? You understand? Who knows if we win a game this season, blood? You get me? We got Liverpool, Newcastle, Southampton. It's a bit mad, blood. You get me? We are out of the Champions League, people. We're out. You get me? It's done. You understand? When I tweeted it was done, in the first leg, the abuse I received was disgraceful, blood. You get me? If only the same energy was shown to our manager and to our board, maybe we would be in a Champions League final, blood. You get me? Maybe we would have picked up some trophies in this 5-year spell, blood. You get me? Our longest trophy drought since 2014, blood. It's a long time, bro. You get me? 11 years. You understand? We have not gone this long without a trophy, bro. You feel me? And this man is still protected. Most protected manager in world football. And I don't know why, blood. You understand? Because he's just a nearly man. He is a nearly man. He is Rodgers at Liverpool. He is Ranieri at Chelsea. You get me? We need our Klopp. We need our Mourinho, blood. You understand? He's taken us as far as he can. It's as simple as that. You get me? We're out. We are out, blood. You get me? We lost that tie in the first leg. I said, we're not going to go there and win. You know what I mean? We're not going to go there and win, bro. It's not happening. I don't know where this hope is coming from. Oh, it's only 1-0 troops. Why are you being so negative? Bro, I'm not negative. I'm real. I'm honest. I look at the bigger picture. I step back and I look
Can I show you guys why I don't feel bad for troops? Put one in the chat if you want me to show you why I don't feel bad for troops. Can I show you why? Can I show you why, chat? Put one in the chat and I will show you exactly why I don't feel bad for troops. If you want to see it. If you want to put one in the chat, I'll show you why I don't feel bad for troops. Big up Lewis in the chat as well. Can I show you why I don't feel bad for troops? Watch this.
What is done, man, is Mo Salah, man, flipping out, man. I'm solved your striker issue.
But
You
if
still
we
have
had Liverpool ain't that good, blood.
Bro, like even as a rival fan, yeah, I hate Liverpool. But you
You
can't
can
say it's not
suck
being
off
good.
Liverpool all you want, pause.
No, it's not about that. It's about
Liverpool
the
ain't
fact
that.
they've been the most
Liverpool are not that good, bro. Liverpool are not that good.
They've been the most
Liverpool are not that good. Liverpool have taken an opportunity. Liverpool have taken an opportunity. Fair play. You took the opportunity. Everyone fell off this year. Arsenal fell off. City fell off. So you lot, you took the opportunity. Well done. But you ain't that good, bro. You ain't that good. You ain't that good. That's why you got licked down in Champions League early. That's why you got licked down Champions League early. You got licked down Carabao Cup early. You got licked, Carabao Cup final. You got smoked. You got licked down in FA Cup early.
That's not it, you know. I can't lie, man. That's not it, man. They have been the most consistent team
Liverpool ain't all that.
in the league this year.
Liverpool ain't
they
all
deserve
that.
to win that league.
Liverpool ain't all that.
I'm sure because of lack of quality.
Liverpool ain't all that.
Your manager,
Liverpool ain't all that. Liverpool ain't all that. Liverpool ain't all that, mate. Liverpool.
Listen, you've been trying for the past 2-3 years, and listen,
Liverpool ain't all that, mate.
Yeah, you're man.
We were trying against Man City. We weren't trying against Liverpool, blood. If we battled Liverpool in the last 2 years, we smoked them.
You're moving like Babs right now.
No, I'm not. I'm talking facts. We had Saka. We win the league.
Everyone hear that. Hear that again. Everyone just stop. Stop what you're doing right now. Listen to that statement.
You're moving like Babs right now.
No, I'm not. I'm talking facts. We had Saka. We win the league. If we had Saka, I'm saying if we had Saka, we win the league, bro. We had Saka injured for 4 fucking months. Are you? I'm gonna say something mad. Are you dumb? Are you dunce? Were you dropped on your head as a baby, then picked up and dropped again?
So what happened last season then?
That if we had Saka fit, we would have won the league. Can I show troops something quickly? Liverpool aren't that good. Why couldn't you replicate our result? Liverpool are not that good, right? Why couldn't you replicate our result? Why? Liverpool are not that good. Why couldn't you replicate our result? Why? Why? You had Saka fit in this game. As a matter of fact, you had your whole team fit. You don't talk about Havertz troops. You don't even rate Havertz. We were so shit in this game and we still won 1-0. Why couldn't you replicate our result? Just replicate our result. That's all I'm asking for. All I'm asking for is just replicate our result. That's it. Replicate our result. Elliott, 1 goal in the Parc des Princes. Saka, 1 goal in the Parc des Princes. Saka played 98 minutes. Elliott played 5 minutes. You couldn't replicate this, troops. If Saka was fit, blood, we would have won the league. If Saka was fit, blood, we would have won the league. No, you wouldn't. No, you would not. No, you would not. Anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap up the stream here. This was a very fun stream. I like these solo Liverpool shows where we always have a conversation about Liverpool Football Club. I enjoy it. Liverpool are currently in the watching phase and the scouting phase. I hope the Isak thing goes through, man. I really hope the Isak thing goes through. Isak, Alexander, do the right thing. Alexander, do the right thing, and please, Alexander Isak, ask to leave Newcastle. I promise you, it's very good for you if you ask to leave Newcastle. Please, ask to leave Newcastle. You know, I'm just telling you, Alexander, I know you're our top target. I know you're our main target. Please just ask to leave Newcastle. Please. I'm begging you. Please ask to leave Newcastle so we can sign you and me and you can both be happy. You can win a Premier League and I will finally be free of Mr. Darwin Nunez. And this Sunday, inshallah, Chelsea. I'm going to be supporting Chelsea this Sunday, inshallah. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed watching the stream. Love every single one of you guys. And I'll see you guys back for Man United Bilbao. Peace.